Hey guys, how's it going? Joseph here. Welcome back to the channel. So I was recently viewing or watching one of those Digital Foundry videos, and they were talking about the 1440p 120 Hz resolution from the Xbox One X or the Xbox One S, depends on which one you have, and some of its benefits that you can find. But sometimes watching those Digital Foundry videos, I find it a little confusing because they talk about a lot of things, very technical stuff, and they also go into history. They go back years and they're back and forward. So I don't know, it gets a little confusing to me sometimes. I do understand some of the benefits they mentioned about having this, having a faster refresh rate. So it looks nice. It looks like a good, cool feature, but also keep in mind there's only, I believe it's only one game that kind of takes advantage of that feature, and that is Rainbow Six. And it's only when you're playing a campaign and only when you remove VSync. And then so besides that, there's not a full benefits or not a game that takes advantage or full advantage of this feature. So I'm hoping that with the new release of the Xbox Series X, it's going to be more support towards this resolution and performance, because this all depends on the developers pretty much. We have the option with the Xbox One X, but if the developers decides not to support it, well then we're not going to take advantage of it, right? So what Digital Foundry didn't mention besides that is that there are some other things that you do benefit from it. So I'm going to show you a little bit of what's happening or what happens when you use that resolution. So welcome to the channel, guys. I'm Joster, and let's do this. Alright guys, so this is the Samsung Q70. This is a 2018 4K HDR quantum dot TV from Samsung, and I still have it. It works awesomely great. It looks good. I love this TV, and this TV also supports 1440p with 120 Hz of refresh rate if you opt to do that. So let's go here with my Xbox and let's go into the settings. This is how you change to that resolution, okay? So let's go into TV display options, and then right over here you have the option 1440p, 1080p, 720p. Let's do 1440p. So basically now it's going to ask you if you want to keep this new change, and automatically changes the refresh rate to 120 Hz. You guys can see right here. But if you go back and play like this, you won't see any changes. The TV still will take it as a 4K TV, and that is because you have to turn off allow 4K. So let's turn this off, and that is it. So now let's go back to the TV. And I think this is still going to be 4K. Let me just double check. We can check the resolution over here, Xbox One. And there it is, actually, 2560, 1440, and 120p. That is pretty much it. So one of the biggest things, or one of the biggest features that you lose when you change this is HDR. All right, so I don't know if you guys noticed, I will show you the difference between this without HDR and with HDR. Now another feature that you lose when you change to that resolution is also FreeSync. So even though the Xbox does support FreeSync, you won't have this option anymore available here. Let me go over here, video modes. There you go. I do have FreeSync selected, variable refresh rate, but this new resolution or option that I have, the 1440p, you won't have FreeSync anymore. So you lose two really cool, awesome features. HDR is the main one, and then FreeSync. Now FreeSync, I find it more useful when you're playing like fast-paced games, or like first-person shooters like Call of Duty, or in this case Battlefield 5, because FreeSync only works from 48 Hz up to like around 60 or 75 Hz, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it has a range where it covers that. So only games that support 60 Hz of refresh rate are the ones that are going to take full advantage of freezing. In this case, you know, like Battlefield or Call of Duty, games like that are going to take a full advantage. So that is another feature that you lose when you change the resolution, and honestly I don't like it. I prefer to have 4K with HDR and freezing all together. I think it looks beautiful, and that is probably like one of the main reasons that you're buying a TV, right? Because you want to take full advantage of that as well. So in order for you to do that, go back to 4K. Let's go into settings, and then let's go into TV and display. Oh yeah, one more thing I forgot to mention. Another benefit from having this resolution 1440p and 120 Hz is that you get a much lower input lag. So this TV, okay, so this TV normally has around 15 to 18 milliseconds of input lag. Now when you do the change to a lower resolution and faster response time, then you do have a lower input lag for around 9 to 10 milliseconds, if I'm not mistaken. So if you care more about performance, basically if you care more performance, input lag, response time, you do want to use that 1440p resolution. If you don't care about HDR, if you don't care about freezing, then you do want to use that lower resolution. But honestly, I'm not a competitive gamer. I enjoy this. I love to watch all this in a beautiful 4K display with HDR and also freezing when it's necessary. So now let me go to my TV right here, and I'm going to show you the display. 3840 2160 freezing and HDR. So in the end, guys, using the 1440p 120 Hz option does give you a slightly better performance, like lower input lag and smoother gameplay, but you do lose some essential features like freezing and HDR. So hopefully we can get those features added to the 120 Hz option, and also more games that actually supports it. That will be fantastic. Alright guys, so that's it for this video. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so that way you guys can see more of my videos popping up, and also ring that bell. Make sure you click on that bell so you get the message that I uploaded a new video. I'm Joelster, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Joelster out.